After COVID, our supply chains got increasingly more complicated. We opened up a lot of new distribution centers, and we work with a ton of different retail partners and sell to customers in many different ways. One of the things that we've been working to optimize is around product availability. If one DC or distribution center goes out of stock, ensuring that we are anticipating this and flipping a lot of these orders and inventory feeds to another distribution center was a very manual and very important workflow that was done daily. But using Savant, we were able to automate a lot of these workflows and to develop and establish a lot of these thresholds and alerts to proactively call it out to the users. We've been able to free up upwards of 50 to 70 hours a month of our people's time. So it's been very exciting. The end users get a digest report every single morning through Slack. And so it's super easy. Before they even get into their office, they already have a digest of all of the exceptions that they need to go through and action to prevent any of these out of stocks. With Savant, we have reduced the number of out of stocks, the number of incorrect feeds from suboptimal warehouses to minimize our freight cost and ensure that customers are seeing the right inventory at the right time. Just this morning, we were having our weekly stand-up with the entire company, and we like to touch upon one of our best practices. The example that the associate used was around inventory monitoring, and it got the whole company excited. They're like, wow, it comes through a Slack channel every single day. After her example, a lot of other teams started thinking about so many different use cases. This could be applied across quality control, around our customer support, monitoring reviews, monitoring our defect rates. And so I'm super excited to think through all the different use cases that we can apply this to. Savant is solving for a very important need for every single organization, but especially one that has a ton of supply chain volatility and implications, which anyone moving goods definitely does in the last few years. And so all of the analytics automation that we've been able to get by partnering with Savant has been really eye-opening and really effective. One of the things that got us really excited about Savant were all of the pre-built connections with different partners. But if they don't have an enabled connection, you can use these preset API hooks that are fairly low code and very simple to activate. This could be supply chain partners, this could be social media, this could be Shopify, through Zendesk, some of our retailers, across the entire universe of everyone who we work with in operations. And so a lot of our connections, we've been able to get up and running in one day that typically would easily be weeks of the whole team's time. We find so much joy working with the team at Savant. We can go to them with any problem, no matter how big or how small. They'll go in there, get their hands dirty, whether it's figuring out how to set up the right workflow or a report, all the way up to last year, we were setting up our data lakehouse with Databricks. And we were going through this very big effort of migrating all of our data, going through all the data replication. And we went through a lot of different options for how we do it. It's been a very plug and play solution with Savant to be able to migrate the data, lay down all of our data pipelines, and to set up all of our data integrations with so many of our partners. That data migration would have taken us months had we done it ourselves. And it was a matter of 1 week with Savant. It saved us hundreds of hours of people's time on a regular basis, and it has allowed us to set up the right data foundation to make all of my data dreams come true, to make people more proactive instead of reactive, and to automate all of the analytics functions that we were dying to unleash.